Good morning. Time to make the coffee. Well, today's flavor is some decaf black silk from Folgers. I seem to like Folgers coffee, but the black silk is a nice rich coffee without the bitterness. So I guess ergo the name black silk. It's dark and it's silky. So that's what I'm having today. I'm going to try and use that coffee up because I've had it in my cupboard for a long time because I was drinking other things. So yesterday I did not get around to making a video. I started with the morning coffee and progressed to the budget book. And then after that, I just got busy doing nothing in particular. We had our Tai Chi class, and we both really liked it, my friend and I. So we'll be doing that again. And there were very nice people there. They're very friendly at the senior center. People introduce themselves and, want to get to know your name, which is really nice. They don't ignore you. So that was very pleasant. So I'll be going there again, and my friend says she wants to too. So that'll be a fun thing to do. And today is going to be 71 degrees, and I think I'm going to be working inside today. It's supposed to rain, so I don't think I have to water. But I do have to get out there and clean up my yard before the rain starts. So I'll do that in a little bit, and I'm almost out of chocolate creamer again. So I was thinking, when I run out of chocolate creamer, I'm almost out of bread. I could bake some bread if I wanted to. But I do like the Walmart Italian bread, so I might go to Walmart at some point. Not today. I'm not out yet. I'm going to stretch it out as far as possible and just get some plain yogurt. I have a little bit left, but I think I'll buy some this time, so I'll have some to make more, and a loaf of bread and some creamer. I think that's what's going to be on my list. I can't think of anything else I need, but we'll see. So, anyway, I have a lot of laundry to do again, especially in the summertime where I don't wear my clothes more than once or twice, depending on how hot it is. But in the winter, I do. I wear my clothes for, a day or two, sometimes 3, depends on what I'm doing. And I don't wash those clothes as often. But in the summer, there's always more laundry to do. So, okay, let's give this a try. Cheers. Yeah, that's good coffee. I still prefer the flavored coffees over all the other ones, but, you got to do what you got to do. So I think what I'm going to do is post yesterday's 2 videos after the budget book today, because that I did get done. And like I said, I didn't really do anything epic yesterday that was really worth filming. I didn't, set up anything or clean anything or do anything spectacular. I just did some basic chores and really didn't film. So by the time I realized, I didn't finish my video, it was already 8:30, and I thought, I'll just send out a little note and we'll call it good. So, all right, I'm going to drink my coffee and do morning pages, and I will meet you at the budget book. Okay, back at the budget book. So yesterday I didn't spend any money. My friend and I went to Tai Chi class, like I said, but it was free. So free is always nice. There are certain perks to being a senior person. You get some things for free. I think everything should be discounted for seniors. We spend a lot of years, well, most of us anyway, spend a lot of years working and paying taxes for all this nonsense that's going on. And I think we deserve a break every now and then. So, and for those people that think our Social Security is free, it's not free. We paid into it. It's money we paid into to the government for them to use and do with pretty much what they want. So they're just sort of repaying us. So anyway, that's Social Security. It's not like a freebie handout. So I don't plan on going anywhere today. I have a lot of indoor chores that I need to get caught up on, and then I'll definitely feel better. I may do a little bit of decluttering along the way, but that's not my main focus for the day. It's just basically to clean things up and get things organized in the house because we're supposed to have rain for the next few days. So I don't need to go out and water the garden much, and that's always helpful. And the plants are happy. They much prefer a meal with their watering because of all the nitrogen and things in the rainwater, so they enjoy it, and I enjoy it too. So that's my plan for the day, and other than that, my plan is to not spend any money, but you never know what's going to come up. I do have to get some screens to sift my worm castings. I have to do that like really soon because my worm box is getting pretty full, and there's no point to raising the worms if I don't use the castings. But you have to sift out the worms and the worm cocoons from the castings. So I might get those on Amazon today because I do have some of those in my cart. But we'll see. We will see what the day brings. I don't plan on doing the worm castings today, but of course I have to wait for Amazon to deliver the sifters. So anyway, I'm going to write my morning pages now and see what my thoughts are for the day and what the day brings. And then I'll be back later. Good morning. Time to make the coffee. Today's flavor is pecan pie. I'm just having regular coffee. I'll drink that every once in a while as a treat. So today it's cooler. It's going to be 71 only, and it's cloudy. We're supposed to be getting rain tomorrow, which is good. It's always good for the garden. So today my friend and I want to go to Tai Chi class at the senior center. That should be interesting. Well, the door is open. Trying to get some fresh air in here. Because yesterday it was 80 something and got pretty stuffy in here, and I don't want to turn on the air yet. So we might be having some commentary from little Lizzie every now and then. But anyway, let's give our coffee a try. And I'm sure it's good because I've had it before many times. Anyway, today my friend and I want to go to Tai Chi at the senior center. So that should be interesting. I don't know. They have sitting Tai Chi, but she said you can also do it standing up. So I don't know. We'll see. I'm not ready for sitting Tai Chi yet, but you know, when I have a bad day or a low energy day or something like that, sitting Tai Chi might be a good thing, because I have lots of those days. So cheers. Very good. And I can do it outside on my deck if I want. I can sit in a chair out there and do sitting Tai Chi. So if you can't exercise a lot, you could start off with that and build up, or just start off with that and continue to do that. I know they have chair yoga and chair Tai Chi and all sorts of things to keep us seniors moving. And we have to keep moving. If we don't keep moving, it's a very bad thing, because then we lose all our strength in our muscles, and sometimes you can't get that back. So anyway, that's going to be my focus for today, and if it doesn't rain, I'm going to go pull some more of those very annoying little weeds that are popping up everywhere from the cottonwood tree. But so far, the garden's doing well. I have tomato blossoms. I have a few that already have some tomatoes going on. So that's nice, and I have to feed my tomatoes. Do any of you guys that have tomatoes have a dry tomato plant food that you feed your tomatoes? I'll put like the eggshells and things on. But it's kind of hard to take those big gallon, or they're bigger than a gallon, I guess. They're a couple gallons of watering cans with the liquid feed. And I'd like to find a dry tomato feed that I can put on instead of the liquid. So anyway, I'm going to drink my coffee, and then I will meet you at the budget book. Okay, here we are back at the budget book. This is like Groundhog Day. Remember that movie where you had the same thing happening over and over and over again? Do you ever feel that way, like you're living in Groundhog Day? Sometimes I do. Well, I guess we have the power to change things to a point, but, you know, we as humans only have so much control over things because life happens. All right, so yesterday I did not spend any money. I was going to spend $5 at my watercolor class, but that didn't happen because the lady didn't come in. So we'll try again next week, and hopefully she'll be there. So not doing too bad on the money spending this month, but we're almost to the end of June, which means I need a new sheet coming up. Starting a new budget sheet for the month of July and the second half of the year. And I'm planning on tracking this from here on in. And it's an easy thing to do if you do it first thing in the morning and you track if you spent or not from the day before. That's what I do. So, so far I have 6 days where I spent in June. Not too bad. In May I had 11 days, but that was gardening month, so that was expected. And the best month I've had so far, I think was April, where I only spent for 8 days. So, I mean, that includes all the spending other than bills. Anything that I buy, whether it's a class or some gum or any money that I spent that isn't spent on bills, I just give myself either an X or a check. And it keeps me focused on either buying mindfully or not spending. And it seems to be working for me so far. So are you guys tracking your spending or just, having a good old time like I used to. It was fun. It was a lot of fun, but then you have to pay the piper eventually, so I got tired of the piper knocking on the door saying, "I want your money now." So that was the main reason why I stopped. But anyway, that's my story on the budgeting, and we'll see how it continues, and hopefully I don't need to spend a whole lot more money this month. So we'll see. All right, I'll be back later. Well, here's tonight's dinner harvest. Red romaine and some leaf lettuce and green onions. So if you buy some green onions at the store and the weather permits, it's summer, put them in a pot in some dirt and you'll have green onions all summer long. Mine are doing beautifully, and I won't have to buy green onions. I just cut the green part off, leave the white part in the soil, and it just produces beautiful, beautiful green onions. All right, grow a garden. Even if you're a senior, even if you're handicapped, you can grow a garden. All right, let's go harvest some oregano. I need to get some of this harvested. It is so big. So let's go out into the garden. And I just love all the birds that are singing in the woods. I love this little strip of woods behind my house. I hope they never cut it down. You know how quick they are with that saw. So let's just take a quick look. Wow, look at all this. This is cauliflower, cabbage, some celery coming up in the brown container. Look at the size of these marigolds, except they don't have any flowers. I don't know what happened there. They were all the same. But anyway, that's spinach and kale. Tomatoes are doing great. They're against the fence. Lots and lots of grapes. Yep, the garden is exploding. I love it. So this is what I want to harvest. This humongous bush of oregano. It's never been this big before. And look at my beautiful nasturtium. And I'm finally getting some seed pods on the huge radish right in there. So I have to harvest those before they fall off onto the grass. But yep, the radish is still hanging in there. This is comparison to my hand. So that is a big radish. My zucchini is coming along. My volunteer beet. I don't know if it has a bulb, but it sure has beautiful, beautiful burgundy leaves. So everything is doing really, really well. And this is Bandit's favorite little den. He loves to go in there and he looks at all the birds and things and squirrels and all the stuff going on out there. So, yep, the garden is beautiful. I gotta harvest this parsley too. It's going to seed. So parsley, I think, is a biannual. But I'm going to get to harvesting my oregano. I have to do it a little bit at a time so I can do it in the dehydrator. And it looks like it's going to seed too. So it's time to harvest. And it's covering up my marigolds, and there's some rosemary in there. So needs to get taken down some. Alright, and this comes back every year, but it's never been this big. So I'm only going to harvest what's hanging down today, and then over the next few days I'll harvest more of it. Alright, so there's a look at my garden. Everything is beautiful. I'm so happy with my garden this year, I can't even tell you. My impatience. I love these two colors. I think it's the first time I've had this color combination, and I really like it. It's very bright and cheerful. So there we go. My fuchsia is doing well. And my fern is getting all kinds of new fronds. My mojito is doing well, my elephant ear mojito. So there we go, there's a little glimpse of the garden for today. These are finally taking hold. And then I have tomatoes growing. These are yellow. This is like a big boy tomato. I don't know. Oh, there we go, starting to get some blossoms. And this is called a home slice. And if you have tomatoes, give them a jiggle. It helps their self-pollinating, and it helps with that process. So jiggle your tomatoes. Here's a few more. That's how you fertilize your tomatoes. Got some blueberries coming in there. Oh, so much food. I'm so happy. All right. I gotta harvest this, and I'll be back later with more. Oh, okay. It's time for a cup of tea. Cheers. It's around 3 o'clock, and if you've been with me for a while, you know at 3 o'clock I kind of have relaxation time. So today was a very relaxing day. I put on some spa music on my speaker and did some laundry. And I also found a couple books and magazines in my stash. So I got this at Dollar Tree a while back. Skinny Meals. I think it's still available. And I went through this because I would like to lose like 10 pounds. So there were a lot of recipes in here that I could actually use with things from my garden. Like this in the front is baked shells with kale and cheese. Well, I have lots of kale, I have lots of cheese, so this is something I could make. So there were actually a lot of meals in here that I could make. And I went ahead and I just tabbed them all. So that's one thing I did today. And that way I can just go through and pick a tab of ingredients I already have in my fridge. Like this is super crispy Kung Pao tofu bites. And it's not just a vegetarian and vegan book. But so Dollar Tree, $1.25, and like I said, I got that about, I would say a month ago maybe, so I think it's still available. Then I was looking for my watercolor paints, which I have different sets of, and they actually came with project books. So even though I didn't have my watercolor class this past week, I can maybe start a little bit on my own and do some exercises. So then I want to get more back into meditation because it's so calming and so relaxing, and it makes you a little bit more able to cope with crazy life that goes on. So I meditated for years when I was in the martial arts. So those are 3 books that I already had that pertain to things that I'm interested and things that I want to pursue. So I can do it at home too, and I don't always just have to rely on going outside the home. But I'll do that too, because just for the social aspect of it. There's something else I wanted to bring up. Now I remember. I have a lot of DVDs, and a lot of them are like exercise DVDs. I have DVDs for dancing. I have DVDs for Tai Chi. I have all kinds of DVDs. So I could pop one of those in, because I think if you only practice a martial art once a week, that's not nearly enough. Eventually it has to become a practice that you do every day. So I was thinking that usually in the mornings I'm awake between 5:30 and 6 o'clock, but I don't get up right away. I kind of lay in bed, and because I don't want my dogs to get used to me getting up at that time. So I usually go downstairs and make my coffee around 7:30-ish, and they're used to that. So I thought that would be a great time to do a little meditation, is first thing in the morning. So I think I'm going to start doing that. In this way, I'm working my way into the lifestyle that I want to create, and doing a little bit of whatever it is you want to do, whether it's painting or exercise or cooking or whatever. Doing a little bit of it every day, even if it's only 5 or 10 minutes, it still builds up your confidence, for one thing, and it becomes a habit then. And that's what I'm trying to accomplish. I'm trying to make these things into a habit. Now the Senior Center also has, because one other thing that I want to work on reincorporating into my life is dancing. I used to, when I was late 30s, early 40s, I'd go out dancing like once a week, and it was so much fun, and I liked it so much, and it's such great exercise. So the Senior Center, it's not really my first choice of what I would learn, but it sounds like it might be fun. They have low-impact Irish dancing. So I think I'm going to check that out one of these days and see, maybe I'll like it. But I like to do things like line dancing, and before Tom and I got married, we took tango lessons. And that was a lot of fun. And that was our wedding dance. We did the tango. So it was fun. It was a great wedding. Even though the marriage didn't last, it was an awesome wedding. It was a lot of fun. Everybody said what a fun wedding it was. And I did so much of the work myself. I baked cupcakes. I did all the centerpieces. I did all that stuff. The bouquets for the bridesmaids, my bouquet. I just did a whole ton of wedding things that you would usually hire a wedding planner for. But with me being a DIY kind of gal, I wanted it a certain way, and I wanted to do it myself. So the reason I bring that up is, if you really want something, and you don't have a lot of money to materialize your vision, just do things yourself. Start doing little projects that work towards that goal and build on that. And see, like if you want to learn how to bake, and you see these beautiful cupcakes, they look like flower bouquets and all this. Well, you're not going to do that in the very beginning. But if you want to learn to bake, just start out with the basics. You know, make a few cupcakes and make a simple kind of garnish on top, and then once you perfect that, then go on to the next thing and on to the next thing. I know with me, I tend to want to jump in right in the middle of everything. I don't like the basics. I find that kind of boring, actually. But I've come to realize that over the years, if you miss the basics, you're going to become very frustrated down the road, and then you're going to quit doing it. So I'm trying hard to not do that. So I harvested a lot of the oregano. I have it soaking in water, and then I'm going to dehydrate it. And I thought, what am I going to do with all this oregano? Because I have more oregano from that I've had already. So I thought maybe I'll make myself some spice mixes out of it. Italian spice mix uses it. Greek spice mix uses it. So I want to get a couple recipes and make my own spice mixes from the oregano that I have. Because next year I'm going to get a whole new batch of it. But I think next year I'm going to harvest it more often and not wait until it's so humongous. So you learn, you learn. And I was very happy with the harvest of lettuce that I got today. And we'll see if the cut and come again works, or if it's a little too late for that. And once we get a heat wave, which is usually starts in July, it may all bolt. So whatever. But in the meantime, I'm going to really enjoy fresh salads, and I want to make something for to put on sandwiches, some sort of a vegetarian lunch meat, because I really like salad on my sandwiches. So, well, my buddy's here again. Hi, buddy. Hi, say hello to the people. Say hello to the people. Oh, there she goes. Doors open again. Yeah, so today, yes, it's a pajama day, and it's fine. It's very comfortable. And I have my doors open and my windows open, and it's a beautiful day to let the fresh air in. So, all right, my friends, that's all I have for you today. I want to wish you abundant blessings. I love you guys. Be good to yourself. Be good to others. God bless you. And I'll see you next time.
If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe, comment, and like. Thanks for watching.